Good afternoon. A little over a year ago, on a day as hot as today, and with the sun as bright as today, and with the humidity as high as today, a group of people came together to break fertile ground for a new school. At that time, we did not know what its name would be. We did not know who its principal would be. We did not know who its staff would be. We did not know who its students and their parents would be. But we did know that a school would come, and a school would be home to a principal, staff, and parents and students who would fill it with creativity, kindness, respect, fun, and innovative ideas to make this community a better place. And the school would be nourished and supported by other schools, each with unique characteristics to meet the needs of its children, but each with a commitment to unity and to excellence. Today, Overall Creek, you have arrived. You are here, and we celebrate you. And we celebrate the doctors and the lawyers and the school board members and the inventors and the teachers and the principals and the superintendents and the technicians and the engineers and the dentists and the musicians and the dietitians and the bus drivers and the artists and the mayors and the legislators and the architects and the mothers and the fathers you will create for Murfreesboro and for the world. The school's approach, like the approach of its sister schools, will be one of collaborative, data-driven, results-oriented decision-making through the work of professional learning communities and partnerships. And you will look at the whole child academically, emotionally, physically. And you will operate with one central question: what is in the best interest of the child? So today, on this sunny and hot and humid and exciting and glorious day, we dedicate this building to children into the future. And we welcome you, Overall Creek Elementary School, to the Murfreesboro City Schools family. Otters, we're awfully glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here.
Good afternoon. My name is Butch Campbell, and I am chairman of the Murfreesboro City School Board. But before I recognize other members of the board that are here, I want to make a statement to you. Today, August 24th, beginning this morning at 11 o'clock, we had two of our high school teams who competed in a football game. That game was shown nationwide. This afternoon, we're opening up and dedicating a beautiful building, a school that should also be known and will be, I'm sure, nationwide in a very short time. I want to congratulate Mr. Bartz, principal. I want to congratulate all the teachers and the staff. And those of you that teach here or you're part of the staff, I'd like for you to please stand at this time so that we can give you a good round of applause for the hard work that you have done in the last several weeks in getting this building open and ready for students. Would you please stand? Thank you very much. I would like to introduce to you now members of our Murfreesboro City School Board that are here. Starting in my far left, Mr. Phil King, Ms. Nancy Phillips, Ms. Collier Smith, Mr. Jared Barrett, and our Vice Chair, Ms. Nancy Renier. And an early congratulations to you, the students that are here, because I am sure that you're going to do very well this year in your academics and also your other activities that will be provided for you in this building. Thank you, and do the best.
Yes, sir. How's everyone doing today? My name's Shane McFarland. I'm the, I feel like newly elected mayor, but it seems like it's been a quick 4 months. I can tell you that there's been a lot of firsts in these since April, and there's been some good and some, like last Friday or this past Friday when I was at the state capitol in front of the other mayors to to get an award on behalf of the city of Murfreesboro that I almost tripped coming up on the stage. So I can tell you that today, so far, is much better than Friday. I want to introduce real quickly Vice Mayor Doug Young, our city manager Rob Lyons, who are here on behalf of the city. I'm from a small town, and looking at this school and the school that I went to, this would have been a dream for someone that's in a rural community to have a school like this. And I think what I want to say on behalf of all of the city council, the city manager, and the staff of Murfreesboro, that we want to be dedicated to making sure that we do whatever we can to give the tools to our students to be successful. Because they truly are going to be the next leaders, they're going to be the next small business owners, they're going to be the next city councilmen and mayors of this city. But at the same time, as I saw all the teachers that stood up, I want to also say all of these facilities are tools. But if you take all of these facilities away, the people that I look, who were the biggest role models in my life, were teachers and ball coaches. And without you doing what you do on a daily basis, and this is coming from someone whose mom is a retired teacher, I know how hard it is. And we want to thank you for what you do and what you'll continue to do, and the impact that you make not only on our lives, our children's lives for many years to come. So I'd like to give you guys a round of applause to all of our teachers. It's my pleasure today to recognize a family. Murfreesboro has shown a track record that we like to partner, and we've also shown a track record when people ask what's special about this community. I tell people that it doesn't matter who gets the credit. Individuals always step up to get things done. And when you're sitting here today and you're looking at this school, and when you drive in, that could have not been possible without the Swanson family. And would ask the Swanson family, if you would, to come up on stage, if you don't mind. Folks, the school that you're here today, the land was donated by the Swanson family. And the Swanson family has a track record of not only being generous, but something that we all teach to our kids to be leaders. And the Swanson family has shown a track record in Murfreesboro about being leaders in Murfreesboro, not only on the business side, but on the side of nonprofit organizations. There's so many things that this family does that they never ask for recognition and then you never know about. So it's on behalf of the city council, the school board, all the residents of Murfreesboro. We have a small token of our appreciation to thank you for what you've done for not only the city, but the kids who are going to benefit so much from this school. So can we please have a round of applause for this?
Thank you very much. Please be seated, please. I wasn't expecting this, but let me just say a few words. All of my children were raised in the public school system. We are all together in this city still. All of my children married local. I have a vested interest in this community, as do all of my family. This is about half of us here today, the other half couldn't make it. But I just want to encourage you children. Something came to my mind or my heart this morning as I anticipated this and going to church this morning. And it's Colossians 3:15 through 25, that we should do the best as unto the Lord. Do the best that you can in everything that you do. I wish you the very best of luck, and I look to be involved in some capacity here at this school in the future. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Those of you that know me, I'm not very windy, so I don't talk a lot and try to get things done. And Lisa Trail was telling people it was going to be 3:30, and I told her, not unless Dr. Gilbert talked a long time. So we're good. And I knew Mayor McFarland would be good for time as well. So we're all good, and I appreciate that. In closing, really it comes down to just thanking people, and I want to thank Johnson and Bailey, architects, for working with us on this school. It's fantastic. Where's Charlie? Oh, Mr. Charlie, you need to stand up for us, please. And then Lyle, I see Lyle in here. There's Lyle, all right. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Great to work with. Some of you know this is the 4th school that I've been a part of in opening in various roles, and they probably didn't know as much as I knew about construction. I might be a thorn in their side, but they've been great to work with, and I appreciate it. Biskin Construction, Mr. Jim Coleman and John Hooker, if you'll please stand for us. Thank you, gentlemen. We've done a lot of, Jim's on my left and John's on my right, and John and I are going to be working together a little bit longer. But in fact, I didn't even say good morning to him today. He just said, what do we got? So we're working things out, and if any new construction, I appreciate, guys, I could spend an hour talking about all the different things that we had to do, actually they had to do to get in here by August 6th, and I appreciate it, gentlemen. Worked very hard. And I will tell those stories over time, some of the problem solving, what we're teaching our children to do, some of the things that Biskin Construction had to do. Jim and John Hooker kind of what I call punt and figure out ways to make things work was really neat. And over time we'll talk about that, and you'll hear me tell stories about that, because I was watching that, and when you don't think we need problem-solving skills and everything's right there for us, it's not true. And what they did was fantastic, and I appreciate that. The MCS Maintenance Department, Larry Welford, Christopher Young, and all the yard crew and all those people that work with that group, the bus drivers. I do have to tell you this story. It was August 5th at 2 o'clock, and I was in Dr. Gilbert's office. We were working on something. And the fire inspector was here, and we needed to be in school at 7:30 on August 6th. And the fire inspector actually grabbed one of my office staff's phone, who was out here, and said, Mr. Barch, I'll let you in the building if you can get radios for everybody. I had no idea I was going to get the radios. I said, sure, we'll get it done. Larry Williford, he did it. And when I called him and said, hey, Larry, I told him we were going to have them. What are we going to do? He said, I got it. And we took it and ran with it, and it was great. And so that's one of those fun stories. But being able to lean on those folks is you don't know how important that is. MCS Technology with Dan Boshier, Scott Campbell, and that crew. There's a lot of technology in this place. And there's 60,000 feet of blue cable that run the technology in this building. And they're wadded together. It looks like the Golden Gate Bridge, and it's something else. And they still have things that we have to do, but we're running, and they work tirelessly, and I appreciate that. Also, school nutrition team, Sandy Shealy, Robin Smotherman, and her crew, they're still kind of on the fly, and that's to be expected. They've been a great job, and everybody's just smiling and just, hey, this is what we got to do. And it's kind of an atmosphere here at Overall Creek. We're just going to do what we got to do, and it's been fantastic, and I appreciate that. That was, I got the city of Murfreesboro, and thank you for helping us and supporting us with Murfreesboro City with this school and the school board, and thank you for coming out today. Dr. Gilbert, your support, the teachers, I couldn't do without you. Now I'm going to get emotional.
make me laugh.
All right, I'm sorry. Dr. Gilbert usually makes me laugh. That's her job. That's good enough. All right, anyway, thank you. The teachers just kept smiling and kept going with it. We had a plan. Well, actually, I had a plan, and I told them what we were going to do, and they did it. And I was proud of them. That August, let's go back to the August 5th. Usually we're in a building, and we kind of get settled in, and we have dry erase markers, we have pencils, we have stuff like that. We didn't have that. And it's, you know, yes, it's a beautiful new building, but I told these teachers, hey, I need you guys to work as teams. This was the first part of August, to plan like it's Little House on the Prairie. And we don't have, and they did. They didn't, it's kind of hard, you kind of like really barge here in a brand new building, but we didn't have those little supplies that you take for granted. That's what I was looking for, thank you. Take for granted. And they did it without that, and we started, I walked the classrooms, and learning was going on that first half a day. No dry erase markers, no pencils, no paper, no copiers, no telephones to the outside world. It was all going, and they did a fantastic job, and I appreciate that. And finally, my family. Thanks.
Leah, would you come up? Leah, would you come up with your family? Leah, would you come up with your family?
You're gonna make me laugh again.
I'm not gonna make you laugh. This is Don's family, and they have stood beside him through all this. And I know he's trying to thank them. He just can't get the words out, so I'm going to do it for him. But they are a magnificent family, and they have helped build this school. Teachers, you are aware of all the work that they have put in. So on behalf of Don, I want to thank his family for standing beside him with this.
Thank you. See, she does it over there. I'm sorry about that. It's just what I am. My family asks if I prepared a speech, and I can't. I just got to do it from the heart, so thank you. Anyway, thanks so much for coming, and I appreciate it, and your support. Support the teachers. And finally, thanks to the students and the parents for their patience, their understanding, and working with us on all kinds of new procedures. It's been a fantastic 19 days. Yes, I'm counting the days, because tomorrow's our 20th day since August 5th. When we found out at 2 o'clock that we were going to get in the building. And yes, I was doing this too. Anyway, so I appreciate you guys. And Overall Creek, you watch out for us, because we're gonna take over the world. Thanks.